Good morning, everyone. It's Nicole Malliotakis. I'm here in Washington, D.C., and I'm feeling great this morning. And I know that last night's election, some people have some mixed feelings, but I'll tell you why I'm feeling so great today and why I think this is a great day for the Republican Party. So just looking at New York City, I know many of you are upset because Republicans didn't win the mayoral race. But as somebody who ran for mayor, I could tell you that it's just incredibly difficult for a Republican to win in New York City unless you have a lot of resources like Mike Bloomberg did to get your message out. But what I'll say is there's an underlining silver lining here. And number one, it's that in a couple of months, Bill de Blasio will no longer be mayor. And Eric Adams has made at least the commitment that he's going to reinstate the gifted and talented programs. And he's also going to restore the NYPD plainclothes unit, which was dismantled by Bill de Blasio. And Republicans, like me, will be out there holding him accountable to make sure that he does the right thing in terms of public safety and education like he promised. But let's look at some of the other races that have transpired yesterday. First of all, obviously, Virginia was an amazing bellwether, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I want to talk locally because on Staten Island, we won every single race except for one. Vito Fossella became the borough president. Murphy got a pitiful 30% of the vote on Staten Island, so he was beat 2-1, and that was great news. But also, we were able to hold on to the seat in the Mid-Island. David Carr won a very, very large margin there as well. And we were able to get in 3 new judges, Brendan Lantry, Ron Castorina, and Paul Marone, who served as my chief of staff. And as I spoke to you earlier in the month, my concern was always having good judges on the bench, particularly when we're seeing judges right now appointed or assigned to criminal court who are releasing people back onto the street. So I think having those 3 conservative judges is a great thing for Staten Island. Now, if you go to other parts of the city, we even picked up a couple of council seats. Vicky Palladino in Queens, Joanne Ariola holds the Eric Ulrich seat in Queens, and a major win in Brooklyn. Ina Vernikov, who I endorsed, is picked up the seat in Brighton Beach, Manhattan Beach area in Brooklyn. That is a major win for Republicans. And guess what? Right now, in the Bay Ridge Dyker Heights seat, which I overlap with, our candidate, Brian Fox, is ahead of Councilman Justin Brannan by a few hundred votes, so we have the possibility to pick that up as well. What's really also exciting is in New York State, there was a huge referendum on the ballot in terms of our elections. And as I mentioned in a video a couple of weeks ago, this is an important issue because Democrats in Albany were attempting to further gerrymander the districts in the state legislature and in Congress. So with your help, we were able to stop them from putting from proposal 1 that would have given them the power put the power back in their hands to gerrymander the districts, something you rejected a couple of years ago when you voted for a referendum for an independent redistricting commission. So that was great. Also, same-day voter registration, we were able to stop that. How can you register people to vote on the day of the election without giving the Board of Elections an opportunity to vet them to ensure that they're citizens eligible to vote? So congratulations, New York, on that one. And the no excuse universal absentee ballots, also rejected by the people of New York. This is significant for the country, and I'll tell you why. Nancy Pelosi's bill, H.R. 1, which was the Democrats' #1 priority this year, they had put H.R. 1 as their #1 priority. Think about that. And we had raised the alarm that they were going to dismantle the integrity of our election system with these proposals, using taxpayer money to fund political campaigns, ballot harvesting, universal absentee ballots, same-day voter registration. Well, the people of New York resoundingly rejected it yesterday in those referendums, and that is a strong message for Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats to back off. So far this year, we've been able to stop them from further advancing it, but this, I think, puts it all, the final nail in the coffin to stop those disastrous proposals that would undermine the integrity of our election system. Bail reform. Major win in New York. against those who were pushing for bail reform and the defund police movement. We won the Nassau County and Suffolk County District Attorney races. Congratulations to Ann Donnelly and Ray Tierney. That I think was a significant win, because in particular in Nassau County, Ann Donnelly was running against State Senator Todd Kaminsky, who voted for the bail reform law. And his rejection, I think, sends a message throughout the entire state. It also looks like we flipped the Suffolk County legislature, and Bruce Blakeman will take the county executive spot in Suffolk. So it was an amazing night for Republicans in Suffolk County, and congratulations to them. Now, in Buffalo, a major loss for AOC, for Senator Chuck Schumer, for Senator Gillibrand, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, the little socialist clan. Major loss to them. Socialist candidate had defeated, India Walton had defeated Democrat Mayor Byron Brown in the primary. And Republicans and Democrats and independents all joined in a write-in campaign to defeat her last night. This was a major win against the socialists, so too bad for them. But also, one last thing I want to point out, if you look at Minneapolis, when we're talking about the defund the police movement, Ilhan Omar had been pushing the ballot initiative that would dismantle and replace the police department in Minneapolis, and the people of Minneapolis rejected that as well. So all across the country, I'll say Republicans did extraordinarily well. And Virginia and New Jersey, look at New Jersey, how close it is when that was supposed to be a real Democrat walk. In Virginia, taking back that seat, the people of Virginia have spoken for the entire country in saying that the Democrats have gone way too far, not just in trying to deprive parents from participating in their children's education, but everything you're seeing from Biden and Pelosi coming forward. Think about this. Joe Biden won Virginia by 10 last year, and last night Republican took the state. And that is an amazing victory for us, and sends a strong message that we don't want their socialist agenda. We're tired of the defund police movement. We're tired of you telling parents they can't be involved in our children's education. We're tired of you putting illegal immigrants before citizens. And I think this is going to push back significantly. So now, moving forward, there's only 370 days until I'm on the ballot again. As you know, I'm going to be running for re-election in 2022. I think last night's results for Staten Island, for Southern Brooklyn, show good things, but we need to be engaged. We need to be passionate and out there each and every day. I'll continue doing my job in Washington and when I'm home in the district, and we need you to keep talking about the truth and what needs to be done. And what needs to be done is we need to win back the House. That means we need to hold on to seats like mine and take 5 more, and we will retire Nancy Pelosi once and for all. I know that you're going to be with me along this journey the next 370 days. Share this video, and we'll talk further when I get back to the district.